IntellectualRadio.com. Hey, this is Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com, another perspective. And I got my RR reporter, Miss Who?
Bang 'em up.
You feel
No.
me? And we finna get it crack-a-lacking because you know she got the topics popping. And we're going to get the conversation rolling. So y'all tune in, IntellectualRadio.com, another perspective. Go ahead, Bang.
Uh-oh. We're going to start the hot topics of Chicago off today with white privilege. Oh, a lot of people do not believe that white privilege is real, but white privilege is absolutely real. The crimes of the father and the mother, they carrying them on to their children. Now, they done taught the children how to do wrong. We're going to start with first Lori Laughlin and Felicity Huffman. These are young ladies that paid and scammed their children's way into college. And they done did a scam after another scam. But I want to read something that Star Jones said that covered all of it in one shebang. How you gonna rob the folks that scored a test that you bribed the folks to take, that got your kids into the school, that you bribed the coach to give an athletic recruitment spot for a Photoshop picture of your kid in a sport that he and she don't even play? Then you had the audacity to bribe your doctor. You go to your doctor and bribe your doctor to claim your kid is too sick, disabled, or injured to play the sport that he really don't play at all when he gets to the school that he ain't got no business even entering, right? That he really don't supposed to be there anyway, right? Because the scam was run through a non-for-profit organization, the scammers claim that the expenditures on the schemes, now the stuff that they doing wrong, as a charitable deduction and got a tax benefit. Now that's a scam on top of a scam with a tax hookup with a cherry on top, right?
Yeah.
Now, Lori Laughlin, this is Aunt Becky. Y'all remember Aunt Becky? Lori Laughlin said she pleading not guilty because y'all got to prove I did wrong.
Right.
That show you the right privilege there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Felicity Huffman said, I ain't finna go through the trial and the tribulation. I know I done wrong a little bit. She don't really think she did wrong. But the feds is only giving her, guess how much the feds is giving the white people, y'all?
6 months in jail.
They giving her 2 less than that, 4 months of jail time for bribing her daughter into college. Now, that were 2 black African-American mothers that put their kids in school in the wrong school district, right? Mm-hmm. One of them name was Tanya McDowell. She's African-American. She received 12 years in prison for sending her son to the wrong school.
Are you serious?
White privilege. Now, if she got a good lawyer, the lawyers can bring this case back up to try to get her sentence reduced. There's another African-American mother. Her name is Kelly Williams Bowler. She received 3 years in jail, a $30,000 fine for sending her daughters to school in the wrong district. Now, these parents sent their kids to the wrong district. That means if they supposed to go to Terrell School, they sent them to Beasley.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
Or they sent them to
Carter. Yeah.
So that's the wrong district from the area that they live. Now, this is white privilege. Now, if y'all ready for some more, wait, let me put y'all together for this white privilege. I want y'all to get you some tissue together because you may drop a tip. Here's one for white privilege is also damning to the black community. Trayvon Martin lost his life February 26, 2012.
Right.
In Sanford, Florida, by George Zimmerman.
Right.
They got white privilege. Here the man, they told the man to don't follow the young man. Stay in the house. We will send police. And he went and got his gun and shot the young man anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has the audacity to be signing Skittles bags
Mm-hmm.
for the young man's death, commemorating that he the one that shot Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Then we got Eric Garner, who was choked by the New York City police July 17, 2014. He's the one where they made the shirts I Can't Breathe. This is the reason why them shirts were made.
Because he was selling loose squares.
Because he was selling loose squares. Then the lovely Miss Sandra Bland, July 13, 2015, lost her life for a traffic stop. Now, they said it's alleged that she killed herself, but y'all know that's a lie, right?
Right.
The young lady was murdered in Waller County Jail, Hempstead, Texas. Mike Brown, August the 9th, 2014, he was shot and killed in Ferguson, Missouri. Then we got, listen, I'm going to get Freddie Gray now. Freddie Gray, April the 12th, 2015, was whatever the police did, they threw him in, they arrested him. They had threw him in the back of the van, drove him around Baltimore, and the young man died in their custody. This is all alleged what they saying happened to the young man. But it was murder. Freddie Gray, April the 12th, 2015 in Baltimore. Then the one that just is still, I can't believe that the police got away with this crime. Philandro Castile, July the 6th, 2016, him and his fiance was driving in Minnesota and Falcon Heights, Minnesota. And he was killed by police officer Geronimo Yanzi. And Philandro notified them that he is armed to carry a gun because he do security and he works at the school, and he still had his seatbelt on. So for that officer to shoot him as many times as he shot him, I was so proud of the young lady that she contained her composure, and she didn't let that frighten her to stop videotaping, because she didn't get all of the shooting, but she got some of the things that happened after it. And this is white privilege at its best. A lot of you folks don't understand what they're doing here, but the biggest white privilege here in the United States of America, he colluded with Russians. He has lied to the United States of America. He has lied to your mother, your father, your grandchildren. He has lied to even his very parents. He has sent 5 or 6 young men to prison and don't care nothing about them and their family and what they got to suffer and go through. Wait a minute, this low down dirty. This is the gump of the day. I think he gonna get gump of the day until they impeach this young man.
Okay,
yes,
you talking about the day. You said Donald Gump, right?
Donald Gump. Wait a minute. Not only did he think he beat the Mueller report, right? The Robert Mueller report. Everybody's so technically afraid of Robert Mueller, but I don't think they're afraid of the man. I think they done paid the man. Mm-hmm. Paul Manafort, which was the campaign chairman for Donald Trump, Donald Gump, he conspired to defraud the United States and obstruct justice, right? He was convicted of 8 charges. They gave him 5 charges of tax fraud, 2 charges of bank fraud, and another charge for the line, right? This is what the feds give him. Then Michael Cohen, he is like the Olivia Pope of the president-elect. He's the fixer. He's been with Donald Trump the longest, right? So they gave him charges for campaign violations and lying. Michael Flynn, same thing. Rick Gates, they don't care nothing about the military. Listen, Rick Gates committed crimes with Paul Manafort, right? George Papadopoulos. Oh my God. Now this how Donald Trump met them Russians from George Papadopoulos, because George Papadopoulos was the foreign policy advisor, right? He pleaded guilty to the Mueller investigation that he done did a look wrong. He don't really know. Now the Democrats are divided on whether or not to impeach Donald Trump. They don't really know if he obstructed justice. We don't know. We do know. But listen, we did not put you lovely people in office to be cowards. If you're going to be a coward, you do not need to hold these spots. Y'all are being paid $300,000 and $400,000 a year to divide the right from the wrong. There is no gray area with this case, right? The only reason Donald Trump hasn't been indicted is because he is the president of the United States. Had he been a governor, had he been a congressman, had he been even the vice president or even a little judge, they would have indicted him. But now, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Donald Trump done all type of obstruction of justice, right? Not only has he obstructed justice, he done did high crimes and so many misdemeanors, right? And listen, I'm just out here, just can't even understand all of the things that he did. I'm trying to really recollect this. Now, wait a minute. Y'all give Bill Clinton, y'all try to impeach, the Republicans tried to impeach Bill Clinton
for a cigar.
For adultery. This was adultery. This is a crime between him and his wife. His wife may let him swing a little bit. Swingers, some people are swingers with their relationship.
Right.
But here, the Democrats are now cowards because they don't know if Donald Trump obstructed justice or not. Some is saying he obstructed justice. Some are saying we may not win. It doesn't matter if you win or not. The Republicans didn't think they could win either with Bill Clinton, but they still put the charge out.
Right.
And that will follow Bill Clinton for the rest of his life. When Bill Clinton dies, on the obituary, they're going to say, and he was, the Republicans tried to impeach him. When they get to doing the broadcast at the funeral, they're going to talk about the impeachment.
Bring up Monica Lewinsky.
And they're going to bring up Monica Lewinsky. I need to call her Sucker Winsky. But listen now, but Barack Obama didn't do anything about Russia, right? Because he was sure that Hillary Clinton was going to win the presidency. But what happened? She didn't win, right? Everyone was sure that Donald Trump ain't going to win. Donald Trump ain't got a chance. We good. Hillary got it. Hillary is the favorite vote. And look what happened. Barack, we blame you for this because everything that could have been stopped and could have been done in your presidency, you did not do it because you were sure Hillary was going to do it. Hillary was going to do it. And Hillary is still upset that she didn't win. Now we have another chance to get this man up out of here. But I don't know what they're going to do because we're moving from the white privilege with the school board, then the white privilege with the United States of America. Then we're looking at now that over 12,000 Boy Scouts have been molested.
Yeah.
You get it? Yes. Not only of the Catholic Church molesting the kids, we got the Boy Scouts being molested, right? Now, there are certain groups that are above reproach to any crimes, and that's the Catholic Church, and that's the Boy Scouts. The judges, the district attorneys, the police officers, all of them want to protect this certain group and their reputation. But y'all are wrong, you're wrong, and you're wrong again. But the key comes in with being a great parent. Right. Parents are your biggest advocates. Right. You know that? A lot of y'all think that the only thing that you're supposed to do to your kids when they get 18, put them out. But that is not it. You are supposed to walk with your children until they're grown, show them the right way to go. If it take them till they get 35 or 40 to understand it, you should be there to help your children. Right. Parents should know their children's behavior. Did we just hear this?
Yes, we just
Parents have a big responsibility with discipline and to protect your children. Stop letting your children go over to people's houses. You have a young 7, 8-year-old daughter. She has no business spending the night over there with the 18 and the 21 and ain't number 6 men in the house and this one lady. No. You do not drop your children off to places that seemingly don't seem right. Every woman has an intuition, and we know right from wrong and wrong from right. Right. And y'all stop being ignorant here in the city of Chicago because it is almost damning. Is there anything you want to say before I bring the Lori Lightfoot report card?
Yeah, I wanted to reflect on the issues that you...
Well, come on.
All right. First and foremost, we're gonna go back with you. You was talking about the kids, and it's the parents' job to protect those kids.
That's right.
Now, we was having this discussion in the car, and I said, you know the difference between a child that need to be chastised.
That's right.
And a child that has been abused. You know what I'm saying? Because you see symptoms, you see uh, uh, body language, the way they talk, the way they act. And when you sit here and see a subdued child that don't want to be with the other kids, is always in the corner, it's something to that.
Absolutely.
It's something to that. It might not be a sexual abuse, but it's a abuse. Period.
Hmm.
If even if it's physical abuse. But now when you got these bad kids that's going out there breaking bottles in the middle of the street because they feel like it,
Hmm.
them the ones that you're supposed to shake and bake. When I say shake and bake, yeah, I remember when I used to get chastised by my mom. She will let us know what she's chastising us for.
Hmm.
And then after the chastising, it was a punishment. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Absolutely.
one of them long Buck Rogers too. I ain't talking about a week. My mama used to do it for 30 days. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
30 night.
and you right. And if you even go on the porch, you get days deducted. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying?
No
But
days added on.
right. So we know that. We talked about that many a times. It takes a village, but it also takes the mother and the father, even if y'all not together, co-parent.
Absolutely. Co-parenting is awesome.
And that goes. I'm gonna put this in, and then I'll go to the next one.
Hmm.
My daughter sent me Miss Karen, Carmen Wright, Nicole Wright. That's my daughter.
Hmm.
She's graduating waiting from the University of Illinois. The biggest present she ever gave me
Hmm.
was when she gave me her invitation so I can go
To her graduation.
to her graduation.
Oh, daddy. Look at the poor
And
daddy.
and you wouldn't believe I am so excited because I haven't seen my daughter in a while.
Hmm.
So it's like her graduation, but I'm reuniting with my child
Absolutely.
on another level now. You know what I'm saying?
Because now y'all grown.
we grown. We
We're
can be,
grown.
yes. And now I could be the father that I want to be to
Absolutely.
her. You know, she can always fall. That's what I'm saying. Um, our brother that passed last week, Yule, just found his daughter before he passed.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
Absolutely.
you know, it's certain things. Us men, we have to step up. Because if you notice, it's always a woman or a mother or a sister or somebody's female cousin is always speaking up and speaking out and protesting. Us men's got to be the shield. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to say about that. Donald Gump, if it smell like it, look like it, walk like it, what it is.
It's a duck.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a duck.
Everybody know he even he when it when they say collusion, obstruction, he got on national television and told Russia, if you hear me, won't you tap into Hillary Clinton's emails and find. That's obstruction. Any two
Absolutely.
times you let your people, I was looking at Face the Nation this morning, and the man, it was a lawyer that actually was working with the a White House during the Bush, uh, Obama, and now he just left Donald Trump's. He
Uh-huh.
was one of the attorneys, and he made a statement. He said, "When you direct somebody to do something, that's obstruction. When you ask somebody about a certain situation that's with Russia, that's obstruction. Any two times you as a leader give people areas of operations, that's obstruction. And all your circle, his core circle, if they didn't step down, they quit. I mean, if they didn't step down, they got fired and they went to jail. The only smart person that I saw out of his camp that left with dignity was
Hmm.
the black lady.
Right.
What's her name?
Who you talking about? Amberosa?
Omarosa.
No, she ain't leave with no dignity.
Yes, she did because you know what
Listen, let me
she
explain
did what a
something to
black
you.
woman would have did.
No, she did it very late in the end.
Okay.
You met this man. You have been up under this man. You done ate dinner with him, went on the parade with him, sat on the boat with him. You have heard the word nigger being said time and time time again.
Mm.
You decided as a black woman to overlook some of that because you wanted some more foundation. You wanted some more Maybelline. You wanted some more dresses and things made by Donna Versace.
Right.
No, no, no. We won't give Omarosa a pass. Omarosa
Well,
has been kicked out of the black community until she released all of them tapes that she got here.
Right. Okay, I can understand that on that situation. But she was smart enough to get herself fired because she would have went to jail too.
Well, she wasn't going. She know enough. Listen, she know enough to stay alive. I tell you that much.
Right.
She know enough to stay alive because so many people lied about everything, right? And all of them went to jail, right?
Right.
Everybody that did the lying went to jail. They knew so much stuff. They went to jail. They lied. Nobody trying to bargain with the president. But y'all trying to tell me, y'all want me to believe that Donald Trump ain't do nothing wrong, that he ain't lied about nothing. You telling me all his secret advisors, people that know the worst of everything, all of them lied to Congress, all of them lied to the Fed, and he ain't did nothing? No, y'all got to be crazy. Y'all got to be crazy.
That shows me that was his shield of defense. That was his core people shielding him from going to jail. But when the pot got hot, what they do? They bailed, didn't they?
Yeah.
So to get that short time, they had to point the finger at Donald Trump. Yeah. You feel me? So, I mean, it don't take a rocket science. It don't take a person with a lot of degrees or whatever the case may be to understand we got a lying president that is a racist, that is a what they call it. They got another word that they use for racism.
And what is that?
And they call it extremists.
Supremacy.
Supremacy. They use all these old big words, you know what I'm saying? If you're a racist, just let it be known so we know how to act towards you.
Absolutely.
Because it's getting to a point where people is finna bear arms. It's gonna be a United States war, state by state. And if you notice, if you look around, minorities outnumber you white folks 25-1. Because you know Sanchez have a bunch of kids. Baquisha, she have about a bunch of kids.
Did you say?
I'm just keeping it real.
Right, come on, man.
You know, we don't eat the finest foods. We have to do what we have to do to survive. So them babies get big and thick, and some of them have, issues. But think about this. Do they really want a United States war? And when I say a United States war, you take every state and you look at that state's low income poverty areas. That's where you get the most dramatic and wild people, because they're hungry, they broke, they homeless, they don't have no hope for themselves. So do you really think they care about blowing somebody's head away because you won't let them eat? That's like throwing a sheep in a lion's den. Them lions gonna stop. Once one lion grab it, the other lion gonna attack them.
Well, lambs he want to eat. Slaughter. Lambs to the slaughter.
You know what I'm saying? So on that note, you got to look at it for what it is. It's a ripple effect. And once we get ourselves, we, just like your boy D.L. Hughley said.
Just keep going.
Just like D.L. I didn't vote you in.
That's right, to be a coward.
To be a coward. I didn't vote you in to do what you wanted to do.
That's right.
We vote you in because we wanted you to do what we wanted you to do.
No, we want you to do what is correct.
Correct. Exactly.
There's no gray area here.
Right.
And everybody is basically like ice skating. Now everybody's scared. This is their first time on the ice skating or at the roller rink skating. They just putting the skates on and everybody nervous, everybody scared, everybody holding the wall to see who's gonna fall first. But you cannot listen. You have to live for something. You cannot die as a coward. and be afraid of minor little things that you need to do.
Mhm.
And they were hired, this House of Representative, Congress, y'all were hired to make sure that people do not obstruct justice. If y'all are gonna let Donald Trump get a pass for all his obstruction of justice, all these high crimes and misdemeanors, take the word impeach out of the dictionary. Take the word
Mhm.
justice out of the
Mhm.
dictionary. Because y'all are coming up with your own rules and regulations at
Mhm.
the end of the game when we should already be ready for this impeachment process.
Right.
And this is becoming redundant and ridiculous and embarrassing.
Go ahead now. I'm done. Oh,
Did you want to
one
say
more. What
anything about
the the,
the white privilege?
the white privilege? Yes, the white privilege. Yes.
Come on, baby.
When you've
Take a
been
deep breath.
spoon fed all your life, and I'm talking about white folks. You've been spoon fed. You've been sheltered from the real world. When I say sheltered, you don't know nothing outside of that Pilsen and that Palos Hills or Orland Park house you got. You ain't smelt the rats, roaches, and the niggas in the holes. You didn't smell the old pissy hallways.
Hmm.
You was able to skate through that. You know what I'm saying? So don't look down on a person that's shaking a cup, asking for change, or beating on the bucket, because he could be in your house stealing your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to education, that money is a root of all evil. These white folks paid their kids way in.
Hmm.
It's more than that. They just didn't want to put the list out.
No, there is maybe 15, 20, or 30, but it's probably hundreds and thousands.
Right.
But the key with this is they were shocked when they got to the name Felicity Huffman
Huffman.
and what is the other girl name? Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, but you got
Lori
to think about
Loughlin.
it. They was privileged. Look at the program that they was on. It was privileged to give us that vision. They didn't talk about education like Bill Cosby did. They didn't talk about reading books and history. No, they was doing privileged white people's Indian in the windows on television. And when you can sit here and use your money and Photoshop pictures and lie to people, knowing your kids as dumb as a bag of rocks.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You deserve to get whatever because two women, one got 12, two black women,
Two black
one
women.
got 12 years,
Yes, the other
one
one got
got
3 years and have to pay a fine.
And
Absolutely.
and I was looking and I was looking on television, and I just wanted to make this a parallel to what we're talking about. It was a young lady on the news out there in the suburbs. I think it's out here somewhere in St. Charles or Maywood. And she's a gay woman, black woman.
Hmm.
And she got charged with the same thing Millette did, right?
Okay.
But they charged her with felonies. And the judge, this the state charging this girl. Never
Okay.
have a background, whatever. She lied. She told the truth. I lied.
But she admitted to the crime.
She
Jesse
admitted to it. She
admitted to
lied.
the crime.
But the state wanted to just drill her, send her to prison. The judge stepped up and said, wait a minute. This is double standards here. Here it is. Y'all charge your office, the state's office,
Hmm.
charged Millette with 16 counts of lying.
Okay.
This girl got 2 counts of lying,
Right.
and y'all gave her 2 felonies. He said that's a double standard.
Amen.
So when it all boiled down, you know what he did? Case dismissed. Because
Amen.
if y'all could do it for Millette,
You can
you
do it
do it
for
for
her.
her. So, and because Millette had money and he was a movie star, whatever you want to call it, that put his priorities over city folks that's been here all their life.
Amen.
You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to get on top of that. And like I said, I congratulations to my daughter because she
Amen.
did it by
Congratulations.
herself.
Amen.
If you read the card in my, she got 5 degrees coming at one
Amen.
time
Amen.
in science and I mean, this girl is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Administration, she got it all. And one thing about my kids, and I always said this: education is the key. That's your moneymaker. Because
Absolutely.
your ideas, your hobbies, you got to have the education for your hobby to manifest as a business. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why Pretty Finesse Cosmetic is jumping out.
Exactly.
You know, you got to have more than just a great education, because a lot of people are doing this without an education. Look at Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle did not have a high school diploma, did not have a college degree. Do not let these people make you think that this is the only hustle and grind. Don't let them think that the only thing that you got going for yourself is a link card and public aid and Section 8. This is not the only thing that you can have going on. Baby, Black is beautiful. We have always provided. We have always came out of it without a scar or wrinkle. We have fed these lovely babies that were not ours, that were not of our complexion. We have breastfed these babies in slavery. We have raised their children. We are the top dogs, baby. No matter how they try to put us down up under the ground, we still elevate higher and higher and higher and higher. So listen, no matter what you're facing today, you can always do something better tomorrow. Set and get your plans together. Focus on what you're good at. If you're good at cooking, start you a catering company. If you're good at wearing lashes and putting on lip gloss, get you a makeup company. If you're very good at talking and talking on the mic, then get you a radio program. There are things that you can do. Don't sit up and wait for that $277 that they're giving away, baby, once a month, when you can make 5 times of that when you go to work and get you a job.
And you know what? And I'm glad you said that, because I'm certified in a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Me and my little brother, because I made him go to school with me when we got into this union. But the blessing came to me when my administrator at my other nurse at the nursing home, she said, "Aaron, won't you think about being a CNA? I pay for it. Only thing is, you have to stay here a year." And I'm like, do I really want to do it? Even though I do construction, I make good money, but that's seasonal.
But you always gotta have something in the basket where you can go back and do that. That's
You're
right.
certified in it.
Yeah.
So you know what? She told me before she have a baby, give her an answer. So tomorrow when I go into work, you know what? And then the program is right here on 46 and King Drive.
So it's not that far to go.
It ain't no far to go nowhere. I'm basically at home. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I ain't got to go to Kennedy King. It's 5 weeks. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because these nursing homes is short staffed. I'm also a union steward at SEIU. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for my apprenticeship to be a rep, and I fight for y'all. Y'all just don't know I fight for y'all, people that's in these fields.
Amen.
Even the home care, I fight for you all. Hospitals, LPNs, RNs, some activity. Even the people that sit at the front desk as a secretary, I fight for y'all too, because we all up in them. Even the security now is up under SEIU that does security in these nursing homes. They protect it, because they got to worry about being attacked. Because some of these people is getting out of prison that have a mental situation, and also they known rapists. If they already whack a dude in their mind and they put them in the nursing home, at least the state know where they're at, because some of them they let go. Now they got to have somewhere they gonna parole at. But back then they was just sending them back out to the pastures. And half of the times this goes back to the Catholic Church and the Boy Scout. I remember back in the days, Black folks couldn't even be a Boy Scout. They took it out of our program.
Right.
They took it out. They took the 4-H club.
Well, they knew y'all wasn't gonna let them pat them on the butt, baby. They know y'all wasn't gonna let them rub them.
Right.
One thing I can say about African American young men, There's a few that go across the street, but there are so many that stay on the other side of the street. And you're not gonna do black children wrong, and they're not gonna go home and tell their mama and
Right.
tell their daddy or tell their sister, because we always thought we were tough anyway. So we're going to go get somebody that can beat you up.
Right.
So they knew they could not do them crimes
In the
to
black,
these little in the
right.
black
So they
community.
got out quick because
Hmm.
I remember what was that, 88? I mean, not 80, but 77, 78. During the summer, we did have the 4-H club. We did have the Girl Scout crew and the Boy Scout. But after 79, they took it out. Cause you know what I'm saying? They said we didn't have enough funding. So they took it out. So we started doing our own thing.
Hmm.
And now you go to these Catholic churches and you're supposed to be protected not only by God and the synagogue, but the people that you're supposed to entrust that's giving you the word. And here it is, these homosexuals and these pedophiles out here and rape these kids. But you don't see their name in bright
And
lights.
you're not going to see their name.
And that's where the white privilege come in.
That's white privilege. That's why I told you that there are groups above reproach. I don't care what they do. They could rape 5,000 people. They are above reproach. And there are certain judges that's on the payroll. There are certain prosecutions and district attorneys that are going to protect that group and their reputation. And look at the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has not been touched, baby. Ain't no smear on them. Their congregation is still up. Ain't nobody went nowhere. And they still rolling because they are above reproach. Because they believe they are higher than God, baby.
They took that, to me, a lot of the religions, not only Catholics, but it's a couple of other religions that took the religion to another level as a cult. You know what I'm saying?
That cult leader.
You see a lot of this stuff like Red Cross. Now, to be a high official at Red Cross, you have to be with the Latter-day Saints of America. You have to do it. And if you look up, go to YouTube and look these things up. The Shriners, if you go back in history, they was marrying into each other. First cousins and second cousins, aunties marrying brothers' sons.
That's right.
But they kept that out of the limelight. But that is the history. When they talk about David Koresh, this other Chinese supposed to have been some Chinese prophet, was giving everybody cyanide and the whole congregation died because they was drinking cyanide. But I seen a video where his brother was following him, a brother with afro, and he said when the pastor told him he had to drink this because he was going to the afterlife, that brother, he was a Negro then. He said, "Oh, I ain't drinking that. I'm staying here," and he stayed home. He didn't go to that service, but all his friends died because they followed it.
It was I can't think of the name, but something in Africa happened like that, where they were following a white leader. And he gave all of them
cyanide,
and
right? Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, he made them drink this Kool-Aid. It was few of them that lived that was able to tell the story because they were able to escape. But they gave it to the children, they gave it to the mothers, the fathers, to the army, to everybody, and all of them people died because this man thought. Listen, a lot of people. That's why you have to watch who you're following. Everybody that say they are called by the Lord is not called by God. I don't care how big these congregations is, how beautiful the choir can sing, how good your pastor look every Sunday, how cute the mother boy look. Even the very elect will be deceived. And don't y'all let these people deceive you. It is not about getting you to heaven. It's about getting that money out your pocket. There are a lot of preachers that I can remember, 51st and State Street. His name was Reverend Body.
Yeah, Reverend
and
Body.
He fed the homeless up and down State Street. Now, the rest of these preachers that y'all are frantic about, they got these music contracts, I don't know about them. Because all I see when I go to their church is how much they can collect. I have not seen the playground built. I have not seen them going out there to feed the homeless other than Christmas. You get it? But a year around. When I was a little kid, they used to take care of the widows and and the
Yes, it
uh
is.
and the homeless people when we were younger, and they would give out bus cards and different things. But
Uh,
this is a new era. This is a new God that they serving. But I'm serving the God that was way back in 1970. I'm still with him. I don't know about the new one y'all got.
right. And just be mindful. When
Absolutely.
first thing come out their mouth is money, the tithes and offerings before you hear scripture,
Hmm.
walk out that church because it ain't about God. It's about that money.
It's about that
And
money.
especially these big synagogue looking Baptist churches, and it look like you can park about 4 airplanes in it, but you go outside his neighborhood, there's run down streets, there's potholes, broken windows. You got people out there hungry. You don't set up no type of outpatient drug treatment program or try to
I know.
get a weekend online. You know what? If you're going to give these young kids GEDs, stop sticking them in classrooms.
Hmm.
This is what you do. You give them a computer and you assign it to them. And every day that he take as long as he take, long as he's getting the criteria and learning the criteria before he tests and punch send. You see what I'm saying? Have a online GED class where all of y'all come up into the room and y'all open up y'all assigned laptops and y'all go through all the criteria like language arts, history, algebra, trig. Um, I remember we used to have this at Korea. Remember, what was that? Them learning books that we had to do. Them learning books from A to Z.
Yeah,
Where
but I
we
don't know. I didn't heard. I
what
ain't
they
seen
used to
that in
call they
30
used to
years.
call them they used to call them reading comprehension
Yeah,
books.
reading comprehension.
The reading comprehension books. We used to have levels. Once you get through A level, when you got to like E and F, then it started getting into geometry, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what you need to go back. We have to put hands on these kids. Stop sticking them in front of a computer and letting the computer teach them. No, y'all get down and dirty. Like Bang 'em Up said last week, a lot of these teachers is teaching to
To
live,
live.
not living to teach. You see what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So y'all be mindful of that. Get involved with your school. Matter of fact, the summertime is the best time because the principals be there setting up their criteria for the fall
For the next
season.
year.
So y'all need to have one-on-ones with your principal and let them know that y'all want to be involved with them. I'm talking about the daddies. I'm not talking about mama. Mama in it. Because that's the person that
No,
represents the
some of the mamas ain't. Some of them
yeah,
is popping and twerking. No,
yeah,
we want
that's
the
true.
mama
But
to
when it
go
come
too.
down to enrolling and that principal knowing of the might not know the family, but
Hmm.
know of the mother.
And it
So
may be the grandmothers and them that's going to register the
exactly.
kids.
But
So
just get
we
involved,
want
you know.
everybody to get involved. We
There
won't
you
just
go.
say the fathers, the mothers, and the grandmothers because we don't have big mama no more. We got little mama.
Right.
You know, the grandmothers are now 32 and 28 now.
Hmm.
So we want you to get involved because your daughter is still young and still foolish and don't know her way around the
Yeah.
world yet.
And you know, just be mindful of that. So yeah, you can go ahead now. We can do Lori
Y'all
Lightfoot.
ready, baby?
Uh-oh.
He just talking and talking and talking.
And we got the what we're gonna call this.
This is the LR,
Roving report.
The Woman Reporter, Lori Lightfoot report card. And every week, what do I do? I just wait, turn it, make sure I get my cute side.
Okay.
Every week I shake my hand at this lovely lady. God bless your ministry. But we're going to put it in the Lord's hand today.
Uh-huh.
There has not been no press conferences. I mean, the murder rate is steady and going up day after day.
Mm-hmm.
Missing women day after day. People being shot in the vehicles. Um, and then, not only are you afraid to do a press conference, you're afraid to address the murders that's going on in Chicago. You're afraid to address the missing women. You ain't talking about the homeless situation, about them putting the people out at Tent City. You haven't talked about the heating centers that you're going to bring back to the city of Chicago. The programs that can help the single mothers and the single fathers. The scouring violence, the no child care, right? Because we need the child care for the parents to be able to work. We haven't heard anything about that. We haven't heard anything about ceasefire. We need to get ceasefire here because ceasefires have stopped a lot of murders over there in Roseland and in these different communities. She haven't been over there yet.
Because they took your boy out. They took your boy out.
What is his name?
T.O. Hardeman.
See that? I love people that know what I'm talking about.
I talked about him. But T.O. Hardeman, they took him out.
Not only is she afraid of the things that we as Black people in this community are looking for in our mayor to help us, to embody us, and to build us stronger, Lori Lightfoot is a coward. April 25th, 2019, Lori Lightfoot made a promise to issue an executive order on May 20th, Inauguration Day, to end the unwritten rule that has given aldermen virtually iron fist control over zoning and permits in their ward. Now, Lori knows that she needs 26 votes in that council for any of this to take place, right? But them senior aldermen told her that she ain't finna do nothing. Not only did she backtrack the statement, she tried to straighten the statement up a little bit. She don't want to push too hard because she could have a fight on her hand with them aldermen that been sitting in them seats 30 and 40 years. You get it? She sounds a little more flexible to the idea. Aldermen absolutely have to have notice of things that's going on in their community. They should weigh in a constructive way. But what I'm talking about, y'all see how she cleared up, is eliminating the unilateral veto right. This is what she said on WLS AM radio. So listen, Lori, we know you're able to go in Springfield, shake a few hands. We know that y'all pushing for the casinos. We know that y'all pushing to legalize marijuana, but you're not pushing for the citizens of Illinois to have an amnesty. We need a ticket amnesty to help these people that cannot pay the city of Chicago so they can drive these vehicles to get back and forth to work. And you have to be willing to help. If y'all going to put these cameras in our community, these cameras should be able to catch these murders of these people that are sitting in these cars and they are being murdered.
And you know what else? She haven't talked about how she's going to regulate some of the funding in some of these low-income neighborhoods about the TIF program.
Absolutely. Listen,
and it's more than a TIF program. It's a lot of other programs, but the TIF program is where the mega bucks supposed to come to the low income.
And to the low income. But not only that, we want you to do us a favor, Lori. We need you to stay up out of K&G. Get your suits now.
Right.
We want you to stay out of K&G
and go to
and we need you to come to 60609. 60611, 60615, 60628, 60643, 60617. Where are you, Miss Lightfoot? There has not been a new press conference, or are you just waiting for May the 20th? This is the time. You said the only way that you were going to keep Eddie Johnson and that $260,000 job is if he lets this violence, he gets a hold to this violence. I just told you that Eddie cannot stop the violence in Chicago because there are no economics in our community. There are no jobs. There are no playgrounds. There are no boys and girls clubs. Everything that we did have were taken away from our community. Week one.
Listen.
Come on, baby.
Now, but that goes back. Wait, before you go into the other. That goes back to the aldermen's having a tight niche on them permits in so people can open up business
Listen, we don't
because
need
they get paid up under the table.
Listen, listen. This been pay to play been going on so long. Y'all stop acting stupid up in here. We don't want the aldermen to have full control anymore, because this is why they got Ed Burt. Everybody that they got that has been an alderman, has been some black people that they got too.
Operation Civil Shovel.
Operation Civil Shovel. We need the mayor to have full control. You know why? Because then the buck stops there.
Right.
But we don't need you to be a coward. Listen, you can't be going in K&G section buying men suits, and then when they come to you, you want to act like a woman. Either you want to be a stud or you want to be a woman. Because I would love to see you in some pink and some purple and some little light colors to show your softer side. Don't go in there dressed as a man and want to act as a woman. There's no gray area.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Either you're going to go in there with this iron fist, lay that fist down like Harold Washington wasn't afraid. Don't be afraid. But all this backpedal and straightening up your statements, I'm not going to have it.
So what's the grade?
The grade is, listen, week 1, Lori, you had an F minus. Week 2, Lori, you had an F minus. Week 3, Lori, you had an F minus. Week 4 for you being a coward and you letting these people that may die in their sleep scare you. They've been in that seat 30, 40 years. The seat stinks, baby. Don't be afraid of these Caucasian men that hold this seat. You are a black African-American woman, regardless that you don't relate to us. I understand it. I get the culture. Put the dress on, Lori, because them suits, you're a little scared in them suits. She gets an F minus to the third power, Lori Lightfoot. No press conferences, no ceasefire, Lori, no ticket amnesty. You're around here trying to pick up the last little crumbs that Rahm Emanuel left on the desk, because Rahm Emanuel is leaving as a billionaire. Rahm Emanuel is leaving as a billionaire. He has left so much unraveled things for Lori Lightfoot to pick up. But what I want you to do is put all that on the shelf. We need you to get that TIF bank account that y'all got. We need you to bring this over here to the South Side. We do not want you to give it to the wrong pastors and the wrong community leaders. We want you to get some of these brand new aldermen that just got into, and please don't give Miss Harrison nothing, because she has not done anything for 60615. She got an F to the third power. She has not done nothing. She has not stopped crime. She has not made Eddie Johnson get up. CPS is winding down for the graduations, and they care nothing about these African American and these minority kids that are going to be left out here to fend. Where is the curfew? Where's the curfew, Lori? There should be a curfew for these children. Okay, y'all, I'm bringing y'all back to 1984, 1985, 1986, when Harold Washington was the mayor. I'm coat checking Lori. Lori, stay out of K&G, because it ain't benefiting you today, okay? You have 4 Fs minus to the third power. You have not got over here to ceasefire and got these people back where we need them to be. We need this TIF money brought over here. We need all of the inner city activities brought back. And absolutely, we want to help all working mothers and fathers by bringing the ticket amnesty back.
And I want to add to what you said. Also, all these construction sites that's going up, you should make it mandatory for a percentage of what
African American
goes to the disadvantaged neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? It should be wherever they're doing construction. I don't care if it's downtown. That downtown is our milk.
But now we can't even say that, because they said the lottery was going to help the school. Right. They done took the lottery off TV and put the money in their pocket. How can someone that lives in Missouri and Kentucky win the Illinois lottery and we can't play the
Play
lottery
theirs.
to win it? And that should be banned also. You're
Mhm.
the mayor. We need the governor. He's over there doing red line and refund ramification also.
Mm.
They got the governor. They finna get ready. The feds is ready for him because he bought a home next door to his home
Mm.
and he tried to
They
do an
take
intimate domain on it.
yeah,
Took
took the
all the toilets
toilets
up
out.
out of it, made it look like it was abandoned where he can get the house for free. But y'all got to watch these people that we put in power because he already showing his butt, baby, and it's real fat and piggy.
Yeah. And how many more minutes we got before we close out, brother? Well, just for my final thoughts for the day, I want y'all to stay prayed up. I want y'all to always use atonement, love on your people, love on your neighbor, love on your kids, love on your community. Without us being as one, we're gonna crumble, and we're gonna what's the old saying? What's that old saying? Together we are, divided we fall. You know,
United we stand,
stand,
divided we fall.
So when y'all think about y'all community, when you think about your home, think about your neighbor's home and where you live. And you best believe your blessings will come. Stay prayed up. Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com, another perspective. And my girl,
Miss bang them up. Y'all keep your hands in God's hand. It's the only hand that can keep.
stay prayed up.
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain. Feed your brain.